Hello and welcome to another quick video, and I just wanted to get this out there as I know some people have been seeing when I'm doing my should you buys and stuff like that, and I have this Excel spreadsheet that I've been working on, and I've done a lot with this thing. I've got my mech theory crafting sheet, I got my Omni Mech pod space sheets, I got these graphs, I got all sorts of weapon changes that I like, all the list of all of the engines in the game, a whole bunch of information here that is really cool to have and really fun to play with. But people are wondering, oh, hey, can you upload this somewhere? Can we see it? Because we want to play with it. I've done one thing, it's just one step better than that. My Alt-Tab here, I've actually put it into a Google Sheet. So you guys can access this in the link in the description. You'll be able to view the sheet. It'll just be a read only, but if you go up to the top and you go File, Make a Copy, you'll be able to copy this to your own Sheets drive on your Google account, and you'll be able to make any of the changes that you want. So I'm going to go through of what I have on here. Of course, this isn't the end. There will be additions to this constantly as I play with it and I adjust it and I add stuff in. So you can always check back every so often and get some more information for it. We have two build templates here. So first off, we got Battle Mech Theory Crafting is the first sheet. And we've got Clan Battle Mech template and the IS Battle Mech template. I can't speak. Why there's two different ones is because the weight of Pharaoh armor is slightly different between the Clan and IS mechs. So that's why there's two. But what you can do here is you put in your chassis and your variant. So say we're going to go with the Hellbringer, and we're going to go with the Prime. This is just for you to keep track of something. Well, that's not a battle mech. Let's just do the Kodiak. We're going to do the Kodiak 3, because, that's the best Kodiak. Well, we know this is 100 tons, so we're going to type that in. We're going to decide that it's got, say, a standard engine, and you can see all this stuff is automatically updating. We put in as a 350, and this automatically pulls the engine weight from a sheet over here, which has all of the engine weights in the game listed. So this is all updating automatically using VLOOKUPs. So you can see a 100-tonner with a 350 rated engine will be going 56.7, 61 after tweak. We can change our structure in a drop-down from standard to endo, and we can see the structural weight change. Then we can change between Pharaoh and standard armor. And this gives us a total amount of pod space. And then gives us a percentage of pod space. So we can see how our changes to the mech change our available pod space that we have. So if we change this 350 rated engine to a 375, we're going to go from 42% pod space to 33% pod space. We only have 33 tons left. But hey, it's a clan mech, so we can go XL without much worry. Wow, we have 52 tons of pod space now at 52%. That's incredible. So you can go through that. If you want to make another clan one, you just select it and then pull this down, and it'll make that template. And then you can just put in different values here. So I can compare side by side, 350, 325, and 300s, and we can see the changes across the speeds and the weights. You can see I have all of the Cyclops chassis and variants in here, and all of that set up. And then I just have some reference ones, which are the stock or the most common stock. So there's some that have different engines, but most commonly, like the Blackjack has a standard 180 as its stock design, but you can play with these how you wish. Next page is Omni Mech Theory Crafting, which is the exact same pretty much as the other one, except it has locked equipment and locked DHS as those extra things, because Omni Mechs you can't change around the engine. So once you type the engine rating in, you don't change it, you don't change the engine type or the structure or the Pharaoh type, like the armor type. And this one, Omni Mech Theory Crafting page, is more of a reference. It's to see the pod spaces of all the Omni Mechs, because this doesn't change based on your choices like Battle Mechs can. So that would be the Omni Mech page. And I've added in some of the IS Omnimechs, and you can see here in the left, is this in the game, yes or no? So you can see some cool stuff like, oh, the linebacker was recently announced, so I changed that to a yes compared to the no. And I want the Novacat to be announced. I want to change that to a Y, but it's an N right now. Next page is Clan versus ISXL toughness. So this looks at the minimum damage to kill. So if you have an XL engine for an IS, it's to kill one side, which in total for say a 20-ton mech is 20 armors, 10 internals, which is 30 points, so 30 points. To kill a CT is 36 points. But to kill a clan mech that's 20 tons through its side torsos is 60, because you have to kill both. But to kill the clan mech through its CT is the exact same as the IS, 36. So the clan XL, the minimum damage is to kill the CT, because it's always less to kill the CT than to kill clan sides. But to kill an IS side is only 30. So it's the 36 minus 30 minus 1, so that way it's not 120%, it's just 20%. So an XL is, at bare minimum, 20% stronger on a clan XL compared to an IS XL, is bare minimum 20% stronger on a 20-ton mech. So you can see the range of strengths there, and the standard torso, like the standard structure. Say if the IS mech was running a standard engine, then its CT and CT is obviously the lowest, so 0%. Then over here we have a bunch of quirks that are sort of the higher level quirks for a mech of that weight class. So of the weight of say 50 tons, it's the 4SP, which has a bonus of 24 in its side and a bonus of 32 in its center, giving you those higher values. And you can see this is the amount of free tonnage. In essence, as you see a little note here, this is the tonnage cost to add an equivalent amount of health through standard armor that the quirks give for free, that directly affect its durability with XL engines. So you can see the Hunchback 4SP has an additional 2.75 tons because of these quirks that are directly going towards protecting its XL engine if it carries one. And then this on the right here is the exact same as on the left, but just with these quirks in mind. So you can see that 20-tonner before, that was XL was 20% tougher, guaranteed. Now it's actually 10% weaker, where the side of the Locust is not 30 anymore, it's 40, and the clan CT is 36. So it actually takes 4 more points of damage at the bare minimum to kill the IS mech. So this is just an interesting little breakdown. You can play with that as you wish. Next page over here is economy. This has a breakdown of the exchange rates of the game and all of the in-game items and their prices. So you can see what the hero prices are in real dollars and a C-bill equivalent. It's not really that accurate, but just how much would that mech cost if it wasn't a hero, like if it was an actual mech in the game, it should cost around that much. And you can change all of these with this MC ratio here. So if you see the MC per dollar for the highest level package is 250, that's what it's set at right now, but you can go all the way down to 180 because that would be the lowest level package. So we can see, for example, the 360 days of premium time is 96 at 250, but if we set that at 180, it's 133. So you can play around and see what the actual cost for things would be, and maybe we want to see, oh, if we get MC on sale, what do things cost? That's the 300 ratio. Years of premium is actually $80 comparatively. So you can play around with that, and I'll definitely add things in here, like I'm going to put in the decals as soon as I know what those are for costs. I'll put them in there so you can see the difference between the cosmetic and the actual gameplay items and stuff like that. And then all of the list of all the mastery bundles. Then the last page that I'm working on, it's not just a reference page, is updated weapons. And these are all of the weapons in the game, including a few that I'd like to see. They're the ones in yellow, where the ones that are in the game are in green. And changes that I would do, and you can typically hover over them, such as like the LB10X AC for the IS, and you can see I'm bringing damage per heat in line with other ballistics. And that's the reason why I'm making those changes. So you can go through here, you can see, oh, why am I lowering ammo here? The red means I'm lowering it, the green means I'm improving it. And you can look through and see these are sort of the changes that I would make to the various weapon systems in the game, plus other weapon systems that could be added, like rotary autocannons or light autocannons, or just the entire IS autocannon families that are missing, the Ultras and the LBs. And yeah, so take a look through theirs. Of course, there is a copy of that without any changes, so you can compare versus stock, basically, of what it is currently. And I will update this as things change, and so you can go back and forth and see what the differences are. Next sheet here is the speeds of every battle mech. We have the tonnage of the mech across the top, and then the engine rating down the bottom, and this is just a list of every possible speed that your battle mech can go. So if you have a 60-ton mech, and it has a 300 engine, you're going 81 kilometers an hour, and you can just find that. This is pre-tweak. You can post-tweak that yourself. Figure that out. I might even make a little drop down here, tweaked or not, but it's really easy to do. Armor and structure, this is just a listing. This is a reference sheet that the two theory crafting sheets look at. Same with engines. Really, you don't have to look at these two. They're just reference information. This is a fun one I made for streaming. You put in the resolution you want here. So say I want to go 1920 by 1080, and then you look, and this gives you the frame rate that you want to push out, gives you the bit rate that you want to have in order to have a nice and stable stream. So if you want to push out 1920 by 1080 at 30 frames per second, you need to be pushing out at least 6500 bit rate. So that's a fun little thing that I made up for my 1280 by 720. Yeah, there we go. For my streams to figure that out. So when I do 30 and I do that resolution, this 720, I do it at 3500, and that fits on my little graph here. And then the last sheet is just a straight copy paste of Smurfy weapons, just so that I can get them in here and reference them if I need to. And that's it. So I will be updating this constantly, and you guys can come in here and you can make a copy of it. You will find the link for it in the description. And yeah, you're all welcome to use Kanajashi's Spreadsheet Warrior for your own nefarious purposes. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have fun with this, and good hunting.